Yo. Peace, peace. What up, peace. This is StereoPHX 888. I'm the SOUTHWST Shaman. Thank you for being here. The only thing that you had to bring was yourself. And that in itself is more valuable than you know. So, I got some things, man. I got some things to talk about today. And I came out here today with the fire because I want to send some energy out to the people on the West Coast in LA. Because what that means, upon deeper inspection, is just something for us all to think about, and not something for us to capitalize on and try to profit from. If your house or your home were to burn down today, would your life be shattered? What would you have to cling on to? What would you have? Would you be able to cling on to anything? This is what I'm trying to get to. In recovery, man. And oftentimes, what I had done, I had destroyed, I had taken everything away from myself. So I left myself with nothing to cling on to. But God, once I was able to take one step, and what they say, take one step towards that, comes 2 steps closer to you. So this is StereoPHX 888. I'm the SOUTHWST Shaman. Your SOUTHWST StereoPHX from the Arizona, son. Hey, this is dedicated to the people out there, man, because what they're going through is something for us to learn from. This is any situation like that. Not only in preparation, like, be prepared for something like that to happen to yourself in your own at your own gate, but also thinking about detaching from all this stuff. Like, if you were to lose everything today, what would you hold on to? Would you be good within yourself? You know? Of course, everything that we accumulate can represent our success, give us memories, connect us to so many things, but at the end of the day, is that purely where our identity lies, within those things that we cannot take with us when we go anyway? You know, detachment in addiction and recovery from addiction is like the most powerful thing, because finally learning to detach from the idea that this substance has like all this power against me. Finally being able to detach from that idea, because at the end of the day, it's just that. It's just a substance on the table. And that goes for anything, because these concepts are not just for people in recovery from addictions, traumas, and mental health. It's for everybody, yo. Realizing that your true self has no attachment to any of these things here on the physical plane. But they're here for you to manipulate and manifest and create with. Experiencing emotions is energy in motion. So what do you do with that energy in motion? Well, I'm here to tell you, man. And first, before I do that, let me tell you, man. You're probably asking yourself, what the fuck is a SOUTHWST Shaman? Who the fuck does this guy think he is? Well, let me just tell you, man. Like, look, I did not sit around and think about this label and give it to myself. Like, oh, that sounds cool, that's what I should do. No, it was brought to me. It came to me. It was bestowed upon me, essentially. And once I actually assumed it and realized, yo, maybe there's something to this for me, right? Maxi confirmation from Maxi. I looked into it a little bit, and I realized that, for one, there's something called a shamanic illness, which is when you're trying to divert from the path that the spirit's trying to lead you to. For years, man, I was always trying to be on my own shit, trying to be the director, quote AA book, quote the big book of AA, trying to be the director. Bad stuff would happen, quote unquote, negative stuff. I would still come out on the other side,
investing, when approached with a long-term perspective, can be a powerful way to build
either stronger, unscathed, at least. So like, that was the transmutation of the energy and the situation. The alchemy I was doing, I didn't even know it. But see, I kept trying to divert from that path. So, I mean, the last thing that happened to me was I ran into a guardrail on the freeway by myself. You know, I didn't hit anybody else, but I ran into a guardrail, I bounced off it, ran into another one, ran through it. Got out the car, started doing stuff to hide things, what I was doing, and flipping on them and whatever I could. Unaware really that I might have been injured. But all praises due, I wasn't. A little bruised up, but look, my story is littered with stuff like that. I finally realized that what the shamanic calling is its calling of healing through sound, dance, natural remedies, herbs, you know. Because like, I want you guys to know, man, and let me set this record straight, and I'm gonna do this right now, and I may not do it again unless I really have to, but I don't consider myself sober. I consider myself clean from fentanyl, meth, crack. You know, I don't drink. I might take a sip once in a while, but like for health reasons. But like, what I do is use things that enhance my life. And yes, I'm using mat services right now, but I also use cannabis and psilocybin, and the reasoning behind that is so I can get away from the mat services. And in actuality, and not to use those substances to escape, but to use them to maintain a meditative state. So it's different. Those things don't take away from my life the way I was giving everything away to those other things. So this is why I call this abstract recovery, because it's not going to be the conventional. It's not going to be what you ain't going to get this anywhere else. Because I'm going to tell you the truth, for one, but I'm going to give you a conglomeration of everything that they give you from the book, and then some from the calle. If you know what the calle is, that's the street. And then a little bit of nature sprinkled on top of that, because we're supposed to be connected to nature, and that's probably one of the top reasons a motherfucker can't stop getting high anyway. Disconnected from nature, the natural high. Okay, so I suffered a lot for like 20 years to become this, unbeknownst to me, you know. But I had an experience the other day. I've been meditating, and just like how I got really good at doing dope, I've been getting better at that. And my experience was, because I know that my heart was diminished from all the drugs and my experience, my trauma, everything I was holding on to, you know, life. Well, anybody who knows me will describe me as a person with a big heart. But I felt, and I saw it within my mind, within my meditation, God reaching in my chest and making my heart bigger, as if to prepare me for what I'm about to do, because I will need it to be able to have a perspective above any of the bullshit, criticism, etc., and just remain true, because they're all that bullshit is like clouds or or shit coming into your orbit that you can choose to acknowledge or not, but then just let it go. Keeping the aerial view, like in GoldenEye with the sniper. If you're above a motherfucker, you're always going to be able to cap him. So, that's what I'm trying to say. Keeping that perspective. But my heart had to be, and had to be given back. Had to be given back that lion heart, brave heart, to do this. Because I'm about healing, so that means I'm going to be giving energy away all the time. You know? But what I like to say is, if you tried everything else, and it ain't worked yet, that's when you go see the shaman. You know? And I'm going to keep it real. Really been real with you, man. So, this all links into alchemy. Because what we do daily is alchemy. We're unaware of it, but, or maybe you don't. But it turns out I have a talent for it, because it's a metaphor. It's figurative when you talk about turning lead to gold. It's like turning situations into gold, turning yourself into gold, transmutating, transforming. Like when something happens, all things work together for you. For you, all things work together for you. So take it in stride and look for where you can take advantage of it, where you can come up, how it's an opportunity, how you can learn from it. You know what I'm saying? And use it for you, because all things work together. It's not, oh, woe is me, this is happening to me. It's happening for me. That's the greatest gem. It's the greatest gem that I gave my homeboy that he still uses to this day before he went to treatment. I was like, yo, man, nothing happening to you, bro. It's happening for you. Understanding that and seeing and being awareness, combining that with gratitude and enthusiasm, and understanding that fear is false evidence appearing real. You can use awareness to document how you alchemized situations and realize the formula. I'm creating my own spell book. If you look at Psalms in the Word, that's what that is. I mean, really, everything. Whenever you speak spells, man. So be careful, because in the beginning was the Word, and the tongue holds the power of life and death. There's some scripture for you. But this is abstract recovery over here, yo. So it's a conglomeration of everything, because they're going to try and keep you confined to one path. And the path is narrow, mind you. However, the skill set that you need, the understanding that you need, is more well-rounded and universal. Because it's something greater than you that's going to get you out of this. It ain't, because it's something greater than you that puts you in the shit. You think that it wasn't? Why do you think they call alcohol spirits, man? I have come to understand that I created spiritual entities on the mental plane that were guiding me towards continuing a path of self-destruction, seeking out that, you know, that shit. Yo, check it out. Fire's getting down there. Last thing I want to say is, this morning I realized, yo, I'm actually gonna get off probation. I've been on probation since 2016. Check your calendar, man. I actually realize now I'm gonna do it. But you know what? It wasn't me. It was God. But beyond that, I want to give thanks to my mother right now for carrying me. And I know that it wasn't her, it was God that carried her. But like, it's because of her that I'm actually going to finish probation. Because I would have just been like, F it a long time ago. And kept digging it deeper or whatever, who knows. But like, It's a greater plan. All things work together. I never saw myself, especially as time went on, I could not see myself in those situations any longer. So if that's what you're doing to yourself, you're seeing yourself in court, you're seeing yourself in jail, stop that. Stop that. What's the point? Bottom line, what's the point? Alright? Yo, StereoPHX 888. I'm the SOUTHWST Shaman. Shout out to my homeboy Sojourner Christopher. You know, just had a seed. Hold your head. You know what I'm saying? Because someone is watching. Bobby Noggin Productions. My man's in them. We're about to come with the hottest music. You have never heard anything like this. I'll tell you that right now. The shit that's already on my channel right now, you ain't never heard nothing like that. Alright, I'm coming with art, plant designs, workout stuff, meditation stuff, lifestyle stuff. Everything. Rock with me. If you need recovery, this is how you can do it. If you need to get clean, this is how you can do it. Because I'm giving you what works for me. Take the pieces that work for you. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm offering my guidance, I'm your peer support, man. I'm here, and anything that I give you, knowledge-wise, check it yourself, verify that shit. So, just keep, ride with me on this. Let the vibes talk, and let's make magic, yo, because it's time. It's time for AZ, Arizona, yo. We've been out here boiling, and we ain't even a slow simmer no more. We're boiling. So where we at? Anyway, hey, yo, anybody out there still struggling? I love y'all, man. Nobody else does. I do, and more importantly than that, please love yourself. Peace. Positive elevation activates. Positive energy activates constant elevation.